Hey guys, so today what you guys are going to be working on is you are going to be selecting a biome for you to research in order for you to create a Google slide that has some components as to what makes that biome so special and why we need that biome within our world. So you will be giving a rubric that will have the guidelines and the information that you will need to add, but this is the example that I created about estuaries. With us living on the coast of North Carolina, it just made the most sense for us to do an estuary as an example, but you can choose from any of the terrestrial or the aquatic biomes that we have discussed over these last few weeks. So the first slide is going to be your title slide, and that will have all of the information about what your biome is, and then you want to make sure to put your name on that slide as well, and then you want to have an image that is pertains to what the ecosystem is or the biome is that you are researching. You don't want it to be anything different that doesn't relate to what you're researching. So in the introduction slide, you're going to put what your biome is, where you can find it, and then what is really the main function of your biome and why is it so important to our environment that we have that biome there. So as you can see here, I just did a brief little type up as to what an estuary is, and then I included an image that shows different estuaries and how they meet with the ocean. On the next slide, you're going to talk about the location. So where are estuaries located, or where is your biome predominantly found? So as you can see here, with ours being on the coast of North Carolina, they are particular to areas that have rivers that dump out into large oceans. For this slide, you're going to talk about the climate. So it's not just, the weather for the day, but what does the weather look like over the course of a year there in your biome that you choose. So if you think about it, if you're choosing, a tundra biome, it's not going to be warm and sunny there all the time because tundras are really located towards the northern parts of our world. Where they're a lot farther away from the equator, so you want to make sure that your information is accurate. So here you want to put, what the seasons are like for your climate, as well as what are the average temperatures that we see in that biome. On this slide, you're going to list all of the biotic factors, and so remember, biotic are the living things that are in your ecosystem. So as you can see here, I created a list of the plants and animals, and then I also talked about, all the different types of habitats that are maintained within an estuary, just that we can see where these plants and animals, where they call home. And then you want to talk about the adaptations for plants and animals within your ecosystem. So what do the plants and animals need to have in order to make sure that they can adapt to this environment and this biome? So they want to make sure, that the animals and plants are able to survive the different changes and in the tides. So you really want to make sure that you have this on here as well. And then last but not least, you want to talk about any threats that there are to your biome or to your ecosystem. A lot of the times with the estuaries, we look at a lot of construction happening, and so a lot of the times they destroy those estuaries so that they can do some construction. So you want to think about what are some potential threats that could be within your biome that could really disturb the balance of your plants and animals that live there. And then last but not least, a conclusion slide. You can restate your information briefly. You can put, a little wrap-up blurb here, but anything to really let us know about your ecosystem, anything that maybe you might have left out, and you are more than welcome to add slides to this presentation. Those are just the required ones, but anything extra you are more than welcome to have within those slides. So please make sure that you're using your rubric in order to help you go through the slides and make sure that you have the proper information that is needed.